Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to Mini Bike Mike's Garage. It is Monday morning, June the 12th, and I am headed to the Smoky Dollhouse for a day's work of renovations up there, and stopped by the Home Depot to pick up some materials and noticed something on my truck that I wanted to show you. I'm in Old Yeller. You can see I got the ladders on the back from the last video. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. The Old Yeller is a square body Chevy 74. I've had it for about 15 years or so. I've got it's a 3/4 ton pickup, and I had the pickup bed when I got it. Well, I still have the pickup bed, but I took it off. It needed some work, and I built a flatbed that's on this truck 15 years ago to haul some dirt and mulch for Mama Warner. It never, it was just meant to be temporary, and I was gonna put the pickup bed back on it, but it's never been put back on. But I still have the bed for one of these days. But anyway, what I wanted to show you was, this is a 74. I need to replace this window. That crack's been in it all 15 years I've had the truck, and then a rock hit me about a year ago and did that, so I need to replace this windshield. But anyway, I'm in the Home Depot parking lot. I am just about ready to flip to 74,000 miles. And that's original, not 174. This truck has 74,000 original miles on it. So 350 combo. She runs pretty good. She's got the, you know, the duct tape seat, and anyway, she's a pretty good old truck. I like it. All right, guys, so I made it to the work site here, to the Smoky Dollhouse, and it's a tad bit gloomy today. Yesterday, Sunday, it rained all day long in this area, and I thought it was supposed to be done, but as you probably saw when I was at Home Depot, there were some raindrops on the windshield, and I think it's finally cleared up now, but it's not very sunny. I don't have a whole lot of light in the house, so it might be a little dark. I apologize about that, but let's turn you around and go take you for a walkthrough and show you an update. I think this is video number 3. If you're just now joining in, go back and watch the other 2 when we first bought the house, and then we had an update after we started some of the demolition. But yeah, anyway, let's go take a look. A lot of the change you're going to see is here on the back of the house, where I've moved some doors around. Bought a clawfoot tub, needs to clean it up and paint it on the outside, but that's going to go in the house. Bought that off a marketplace. But here, if you go back and watch the first video, where that French door was at, that was just a window in the kitchen, and then obviously those are the old original steps. There was a door right there. That's a window to the bathroom, and then this, where this slider's at, that was just a window in the bedroom. And I'll take you inside and show you how we're moving some things around. But obviously we deleted this back door and put the French door in there in the kitchen. Now, eventually this whole back side will have a deck. I think the house is 34 feet long and 24 feet deep. It's only 820 some odd square feet, I think. But you know, eventually there'll be a deck that you can come out that French door and out that slider, probably 10-12 foot deep deck, the whole width of the house. But that guttering up there, I got to get that fixed. With all this rain that we had yesterday and this morning, I figured we'd have some water in the basement because it just funnels and straight down. And I'll take you and show you inside. It's not as wet as what I thought it would be, but we did have some. But back here, I took off all the aluminum siding. It was missing some already, and then what was up there was in rough shape, and then I needed some to fill in on the other sides of the house where we were moving some windows and so forth. So as of right now, we're just going to leave this the wood, since it's the unseen side of the house from the street, and we'll just, you know, wind up painting it the same as the rest of the house. But the other 3 sides will still have aluminum siding, 1970s aluminum siding, as you see here. And hopefully once we paint it, you know, the discoloration of like where shutters were and where we've spliced in other pieces. Hopefully that'll all start blending. My job today is to put a window back in this wall. You can tell where the window was before. I took that out on Saturday, and we're going to move it over because we're splitting this room up. I got rid of most of the wood flooring. This is all the strips of, I don't know if it's a hardwood. I don't really know my woods that well, but strips of wood that were on the floor. I had a huge pile of this long stuff. Gave it to a neighbor just down the street. She's using it to line the wall of a sunroom, but I've tried to give this away a couple different times, and people have came and then said, no, it won't work for what I want. But so I guess I'm just going to scrap it. Hate to do that, but I got to get rid of it. All right, let's take you inside here. Again, it's going to be dark. I've started some electrical and have outlets, but I don't have any overhead lights as of yet. So the first big change, if you've seen the other videos, you're going to see is I finally got this wall out and put a header up there. Now, Mama Warner took a video of that, but she filmed it with the camera the other direction in a vertical position, so it's going to look a little different, but I'll add that at the end of the video. At the end of my video here, I'll add her little clip of me installing that beam. So that was quite the adventure, but got it done. You can tell we're changed a window here. There originally were 2 windows about that size, side by side, and my daughter wants to take advantage of this wall space and have more upper cabinets for the kitchen, the sink and the oven and those sort of counters. Yeah, you know what I'm talking. Cabinets are going to be right here, and so we went with just one window right in front of the sink to maximize the upper cabinets. That window was in this wall, and so when I took it out and we put this French door over here, we just reused the window on this side. There's where we took the door out off the back. I think you've seen this. I reframed this. There'll eventually be where that blue line is, there will be a pocket door. That toilet's going to get clocked 90 degrees, and then there'll just be like a little corner pedestal sink, just a little half bath over there, about a 3 foot by whatever that room is, 7 foot, something like that. And then the rest of this will be storage, cabinetry, things for her to put her stuff, places for her to put her stuff. This is the bedroom. So obviously this was a bigger window. I think I showed it in the last video, but we went with a narrower window at the top because she has a rather high headboard and it will go up against that wall. Took the window out of that door, or out of that wall, to put the door there, and then this will allow her, she has 3 dogs, she can slide that open and let her dogs out in the backyard. A lot easier than having to get up and go all the way around there to let dogs out. Basically, the rest of the construction is in this particular room. This was a bedroom that we are turning into a bathroom and closet. So obviously I took that window out of that wall, and right where that blue tape is at is where I'm going to reinstall that window a little bit over. There would be a wall floor to ceiling that comes down, over, back, and then this way. And this corner will be a 60 by 36 shower. This will be an area on the other side, in the closet side of the room, where a stackable washing machine and dryer go. This will be a little nook for the toilet. Come in this way, in and around. The vanity sink will sit right here. And then that taped off area is where the clawfoot tub is going to go. Now, I'm going to have to move that's where that's covered up. I've got the heat register that covered up so I don't get dust and dirt in them. That's actually going to have to be moved over a little bit because it's currently underneath the tub. So, but we're getting there. And then on this side of the room, this will be a closet, and then about where the window's sitting over there, she wants a little craft area, work desk. She sews and does those sorts of things, and so she wants a little place where she can sit and do that. So that's pretty much it. You know, I've got, like I said, I've got electrical ran in here, and I've got some in the bedroom. So I've got to continue doing electrical. I'll take you downstairs, and it's going to be really dark down there because there's no sun today. So I apologize. I did turn on a couple lights in advance just to kind of help out a little bit. But I'm super excited about the progress down here. If you go back and watch the very first video, this was a dark, dirty, dungeony type basement. And we have done some serious work cleaning it up, trying to make it a decent space. Not that there's going to be a lot of traffic down here, but just just so it's not so, you know, not so spooky. It was pretty nasty. So all of this, I still have to get a water heater, but this house is on a well and then city sewer, which is kind of odd that we don't have city water, but that's a pressure tank, you know, for the well, puts pressure for the water pressure into the house. The old one over there, everything in this house was so cruddy and dirty and nasty, and we're just going new with everything. So eventually I gotta put this in over there. We've got a new water softener, a lot of iron in this well water. When you run it, you put a water in a glass, and it's got a brown tinge to it. We've tested it, no bacteria or anything, so we're good, but we just got to clean it up a little bit. So we've got a water softener and those sorts of things. So hopefully that'll get that. But one of the things I'm super excited about, brand new, all brand new HVAC system, new furnace, new returns and everything. Everything is brand new. So that's exciting. Got central air installed with it and everything. You might have seen the unit outside. So that's kind of cool. This old room over here was super dark. It was lined with like tongue and groove boards, and in the very first video, you couldn't even see in here. It was so dark. And then they had built up the floor. And I'm guessing it's because of this water issue. But I think if I get the guttering fixed, I'll get rid of most of the water issue. You can tell that it comes in, you know, not at the top. It's coming in down here. It's seeping through, and that's right where that gutter is hanging down outside. So hopefully I can get that fixed up, and this room will be a little drier. But this has become kind of our tool room. I've got some electrical ran down here, just outlets. I still have yet to put any switched lights in, but this will all get lit up and so forth. And then the last thing is super excited about is a garage door. You know, that for almost 4 weeks, I had just a tarp tied across there, and had a customer of ours at our steel shop who does overhead garage doors, and they came in and fixed me up with a door. Now I had to do a little work to be able to get this to happen. It's kind of be hard to show. The original opening to the door was within an inch of the floor joist, and they're like, well, we can't make that happen with an opener. So I had to lower the opening of the door by 8.5 inches. And so it gives me a 6'3" clearance, which is actually high enough to pull her little car in here if she wanted to. But then that gave us room to mount the spring system and get an opener put in here. It's really tight. with my HVAC, my vent stuff here. So we may have to try and tie that up a little bit. For right now, it closes, opens and closes it, but it does rub it just slightly, which I don't really like. So we may have to see if we can tie that up a little bit better. But I'm glad to have it. And it might not be an everyday thing that gets opened if she doesn't park in here. This may just be a space for lawnmowers and tools and, you know, yard tools and those sorts of things. So, but we've started kind of cleaning up the property. There were huge piles of brush, and still have a couple of them over here, but got a lot of that cleaned up. So I got a couple more of these awnings to take down. We're not keeping those. She talked about maybe keeping the one over the front door just to kind of have like a little porch type of thing, but we'll see. We may rework something there. So anyway, there's you an update on the Smoky Dollhouse, and all the work we've done. We hauled over 25,000 pounds of debris out of this house. Now I'm not talking about like hoarder type stuff. I'm talking about the plaster and lath, you know, all the drywall. Wasn't any lath, it was like a drywall and plaster. It was this, all the construction stuff that we hauled out of here is almost right at 25,000, almost 26,000 pounds. So anyway, it's been a little bit of a work. The build-up process goes a little bit slower than the demolition. You know, when you're just tearing stuff apart, you can go at it, but it's going to take us a few more weeks, but hopefully we'll get her in the house and give her something livable. So anyway, guys, thanks for following along, and I'll keep giving you updates later.
You're a little too long, aren't you? What can I help you with? Here. You want me to get a ladder and hold it with this chair?
No, I want you to find the sledgehammer for me.
It's right here.
Hot damn, we're gonna get it.
Here's the sledgehammer if you want more power behind it.
I think I got it now. Okay, now we gotta drive this one up. All right, sledgehammer. What'd you do with it?
I set it back down.
So beams in place.